So I've already put on my Hard Candy matte primer. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyelids and get rid of any kind of darkness or anything around them, and then set that with a matching powder. Now I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm going to use a black eyeshadow for that because that makes me feel like a bad bitch, and that's what we're going for today. Now for my transition color, I'm using Terracotta as usual, and I'm just going to put that in my crease with an e.l.f. contour brush. Now I'm just going to take a depotted NYX eyeshadow pencil and use my finger to put it on my eyelid, and then use a small concealer brush to help blend out the edges. Now I'm just using this kind of older eyeshadow I have. I depotted it ages ago, but it's like this really dark red, and then it has like specks of red shimmer in it, I guess. And I'm just putting that on my eyelid, and I'm not going past my crease area. Now I'm just going back in with Terracotta around the edges just to help merge everything together. Now I'm going to take this NYX Prismatic shadow, and it's in Fireball, and I'm just going to dot that kind of on the center of my lid to bring a little bit of light there and maybe a little bit of dimension. Now I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and keep it concentrated in my crease just to help with blending out the darkness a little bit more and help it spread out so it blends into the transition color easier. Now I'm just going back and forth between my transition color and that dark red color to help blend out the edge better. And I'm using a fluffy brush. Now I'm just taking a dark red and going over my eyeshadow, and I'm using a fluffy brush to just dust the color over. Now I'm just going into that NYX eyeshadow again with my finger, and I'm dotting it over the place where I put it, and then I'm going to blend it out with an eyeshadow brush. Now I'm going to go clean up and then put on my foundation. Now I'm just highlighting my inner corners, and I'm using a Hikari shimmer bronzer, and it's in Radiate, and I'm just using that gold shade in my inner corners. For my brow bone highlight, I'm just using the shade Naked from the Urban Decay Naked palette. And then I'm going to take that Hikari eyeshadow and just go under my brow bone, like just lightly. For my eyeliner, I'm just going to thicken up my lash line. I'm not doing a wing. I just want the false eyelashes to have something to kind of help mesh them better. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on my false eyelashes. I always do them off camera just to save time, but if you guys want me to, I can do a video on tips and tricks I use to put on my eyelashes. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Now for my bottom lashes, I'm taking that dark red and the NYX eyeshadow and the highlighter that I used on my top lid, and I'm putting them from darkest to lightest, starting from my outer corner. That way it still meets up with the highlight. So I can't find the thing I normally contour with, so I just used the brown eyeshadow from the Maybelline New York palette. I'll put everything down below as usual, but that's what I used to contour with today. And for my highlight, I'm using the Lorac Tantalizer Baked Bronzer, and I'm just dusting it over the high points of my face and where you would normally highlight. So yeah. For lips today, I'm using a Wet n Wild lip color, and it is called Cherry Bomb. And to give my lips a little bit of shine, something that I never do, but I really wanted it today, I'm using a Black Radiance lip gloss, and it is in the number 3224.